So today I am starting an upgrade on my RG Colorado. I'm swapping out the rear leaf spring bushings with a Nolathane kit. I found when I was rotating the tyres the other day, these are the existing rubber bushings. So I'm swapping those out. I'm also installing a Superpro Lift Kit, which is this one. So anyway, I've already started, got the car up, jack stands. You can see what I've done already is taken out the existing bushings and the leaf spring on the rear eye of the leaf spring. Now I've got that supported. At the moment it's not supported at all, but I had it up on the jack stand over there. So now I'm just going to put the new bushings in, then I will start to install the lift kit. So let's see how we go. So the first thing we need to do before we install the new bushings is put in the supplied lubricant, and it only goes on the inside here. It's a bit hard to see, but it's actually knurled inside there to allow for the grease to stay inside. So we'll just apply a liberal amount of this grease inside here. So you don't need to grease the outside of this. Okay, and then we'll go to install them. Okay, I finally got the shackle back on. I had to support the weight of the axle there just to straighten up because the leaf spring had twisted. So this section wouldn't actually go in, but anyway. So that's all done. I'm just going to put some Loctite on these 2 bolts and then move to the front eyelet of the leaf spring. So this is the front bushing of the leaf spring. I've had trouble trying to get that out with a gear puller. It's in there tight, so what I'm going to have to do is drill around here, around the rubber, and just drill enough holes so I can push the center out. And I have to cut out this outer steel ring, probably with a saber saw, and pull that out so I can put the new Nolathane bushing in. So let's get to it. So now I've got the rubber out. I need to cut out this metal ring. So I've just got the saber saw in here, cut a slot, and then you should be able to punch out this metal ring so we can get the Nolathane bushing in there. It won't fit unless you remove the ring. Okay, so it took a while because this is hardened steel, but that is what I did. I had to cut a section out of it. Obviously the rubber was inside there. Cut a section out and then it just punches out, which leaves us with that. So now we'll clean it up with a bit of sandpaper and she should be ready to put the bushing in. Okay, so I've taken out the OEM D-bolts, and you can see this is one of them here, but with the block in, they're obviously too short. So we get these, which are a lot longer. So these have to come out. And then one of these has to go in, but they are a lot longer. And I compare them side by side. So what I've done is taken off the OEM D-clamps I've inserted the Superpro wedge, and these are the longer Superpro D-clamps. So I've just put them in and I bolt that up, and that is pretty much done. The only other thing you have to remember is you get an extended a spacer here. This is for your brake line, so you have to remember to put that in, or you'll break your brake line. So this is the passenger side rear shackle. You can see the rubbers are damaged quite badly. That's the reason for changing them. So I'm just taking this off now, and then we'll put the new Nolathane bushings in, and then move on to the lift kit. So there, the new shackles in placed. We've reused the existing plate, making sure that the dampener attachment point is facing towards the center of the truck. That just goes back up in there, and we are going to use the new washer and nut that they supply underneath there. Tighten that up, and then we're going to install our new dampener. So that's what it looks like with the new bolts on. I have been putting Loctite on all of these nuts as I go, just to make sure. Okay, it's day 2 of our Superpro Easylift kit installation, and we're working on the front today. So we're on the driver's side front, wheels off. Here is the Superpro spacer. Now that has to go up in here. Alright, so we need to get this coil out. To remove that, we've got the brake line to disconnect, this sensor cable here, these 4 bolts have to come out. We need to disconnect the sway bar end link down here. Now I suggest we disconnect the steering arm here. I'm going to leave that and see how we go. So let's get started. Okay, this was not that easy. So I took out the 2 rear bolts at the top, the 3 bolts here, 14mm, that hold this strutting. Took out the 2 rear, loosened the front one. I had to take out these 4 bolts here that attach to here. I've got this lifted up with a spanner because that wants to sit down. So to give myself room, I've lifted this up, got it resting on the spanner there. Disconnected these, couple of bolts, brake line. I've got the hub supported with a strap, and I've also got a jack stand here. I couldn't, the instructions tell me to remove the steering arm, couldn't remove that, I've taken the nut off. The sway bar end link, couldn't remove that, so I've just had to jiggle the hub until I had enough room to squeeze the shocker out this way. Now I'm going to put the extender in and try and get this thing back in. So as I said, you've got 1 bolt at the front in normal installation. So obviously when this goes on, you're going to need to rotate this 180 degrees, because now we don't have 1 bolt at the front, we've got 2. And we need to have this attachment point in a straight line, so we need to spin that right around, and this will now be your front. Or, in fact, this will now be your front, with the Superpro facing outwards, and then this is in line. Okay, so we use the existing mounting nuts to go on here, and then we reuse these to mount the strut back in the car. Okay, what I ended up having to do was put the strut back in without the Easylift on it, and then attaching that while the strut was in there. It just wouldn't fit otherwise, because I couldn't get the end link off for the sway bar, couldn't get the steering rod off. So anyway, a lot of jiggling around and I've got it in. About to bolt it up here and then put all this back together. Okay, so got the strut bolted in. Finally got the strut bolt back down in there. That was a headache. About to put these 4 bolts in now. I've got a spacer to go in here, just to try and keep the alignment, because now this is longer. It's going to put the alignment out. So I'm going to put a spacer in here, spacing block, which I have here. So this goes in here, in which case I need longer bolts. So I've got some longer high tension bolts to go through here, which I will get in now. Then we'll get the rest of this put back together and it'll be over the other side. So here's the spacer that I put in, just to try and keep the wheel alignment right. So that's done. Now I can bolt all of the brackets back on, tighten up the swaber. I loosen that off just to get this coil in, and that's this side done. Move to the next side. So the passenger side is all done, put back together. This took a lot less time. Basically I didn't even bother trying to take this out. I just lowered it enough to get the lift block in, did it all inside here, bolted it in up here, and then just lifted it back up and in. It was a lot easier. Didn't have to worry about the end link and any of that stuff. Wedges in, and that's it. That's all done, ready for the tyre to go back on. Okay, we're all done. I just thought I'd show you these rubber bushes that were in the rear leaf spring, hence me replacing them with the Nolathanes. They're pretty shot. Okay, so after all of that installed, we ended up with about a 50mm lift on the front and rear of the car, and now all I need to do is go get the wheel alignment done, which they suggest in the instructions. So I need to get that done. I'm pretty sure I mentioned too that I also installed a longer travel dampener in the rear, which is also a suggestion on the instructions here, because there will obviously be longer travel with that extra height in the rear. They also recommend to check all your fasteners after 1,000 kilometers. Now I put Loctite on every bolt and nut, so if I remember to do that I will, but they do recommend that. So both products I'm pretty happy with. The Superpro Easylift Kit was quite easy to install. Pretty happy with the look of the car now, 50mm lift, and the Nolathane bushings, I don't know, they're better than the rubber ones that were in there, I'll tell you that much. So I'll see after 12 months, I suppose I'll check them, and I assume with a lifetime warranty they should be still fine. Hopefully no squeaking with the supply grease they gave me. So anyway, pretty happy with both products, so thank you very much.